Good evening, everyone. John Pembroke is a leadership visionary. Since joining the Credit Union Executive Society, or CUES, in March of 2013, John has played a leadership role in developing and launching a new direction in CUES' strategy, branding, and culture. Under his guidance, CUES has revamped its membership structure, launched new institutes, and introduced Elite Access Virtual Classroom, an innovative blended learning offering. Additionally, CUES has expanded its market further into Canada and the Caribbean. John's experience includes over 25 years in financial services, marketing, and e-commerce. He served as Chief Marketing Officer at PSCU Financial Services in St. Petersburg, Florida, which is one of the largest credit union service organizations in the United States. There, he was responsible for marketing, product development, and product management. John has worked on some of the world's most popular brands and held leadership roles at Cox Enterprises, Kellogg, Kraft Foods, and Procter & Gamble. John holds a Bachelor of Science in Economics from the Wharton School of Business of the University of Pennsylvania and an MBA in Marketing and Policy Studies from the Booth School of Business at the University of Chicago. John also serves on the board of directors of the Credit Union DEI Collective. The collective believes diversity, equity, and inclusion are fundamental to a vibrant, relevant, and growing credit union movement and is just good business. Now I'd like to share a few brief personal comments about John. We first met in 2005 when John became the Chief Marketing Officer for PSCU. And we connected in a very unique way. Certainly John's work at PSCU stood on its own, but his lasting contribution to our CUSO were the barriers he broke down with Dave Serlo. Fast forward to today, and DEI is very much an intentional and central part of our culture. If you spend any time with John at all, he knows sports, especially Chicago sports. The White Sox, Bulls, Blackhawks, and of course, the Bears. If there were a theme for my comments, it would be Bear Down, which comes from the Bears fight song. You'll find it on John's Facebook page every Sunday morning during the NFL season. In the fight song, Bear Down pulls from the definition to move forward towards something in a purposeful way, to overcome and to exert full strength and concentrated attention. This describes how John is at work, how he tends to the credit union industry, how he and his wonderful wife, Monica, are engaged in their community, and how John is as a person. Sports is certainly an area where John and I connected, but it went so much further than that as we were truly partners in the business. In meetings, John's style is to take in the discussion, and when the opportunity presents itself, he delivers a very purposeful message that respects the thoughts of others, and he often adds a perspective that no one else even considered. Bear down. I left PSCU at the end of 2012 to become the CEO of CUES, and in early May of 2013, I was driving from Virginia up to Philadelphia to attend the first year of the CEO Institute at Wharton. John called as I was in DC traffic and asked if I'd be a reference for him as he was looking for a change from the marketing agency where he went post PSCU. My answer was easy on being a reference, but I one-upped him and asked if he'd be interested in partnering again as the Chief Operating Officer of CUES. When John started at CUES, he again entered in a purposeful way, and the timing was perfect as we were putting a new strategic plan in place with the team and board. Together, we determined that the idea of adding new members to the association was certainly necessary and good, but we had to think much bigger. We had many discussions, and ultimately a study we reviewed gave us the answer we needed. The study reflected that between 2013 and 2017, it was forecasted that there would be 3,200 C-suite job turnovers in the 1,400 credit unions over 100 million in assets. John and I decided that CUES should support the industry to overcome this situation by developing as many credit union leaders as possible to fill the vacancies. This would put the full strength and concentrated attention of our resources to better our industry. Again, bear down. John's been CEO of AACUC since the middle of 2015, and the results speak volumes to his leadership and vision. His passion for the credit union industry guides him in decision-making, and he's also positioned AACUC as an asset to boards and leaders throughout our industry. He expanded the market for AACUC more purposefully through Canada and the Caribbean, while also increasing the product scope to exert full strength. Once again, bear down. A Hall of Fame honors the achievements of individuals in a particular activity or field. During Mike Singletary, a famous linebacker from the Bears, his acceptance speech into the Hall of Fame in 2016, he emphasized being prepared for the game and that there's greatness in everyone, but you have to find it. John is always prepared for the game, and he's found greatness through his family, faith, AACUC, and our industry. Excuse me. John, on behalf of the AACUC, it's my privilege to present you with this recognition, congratulate you on all your achievements, and welcome you into the African American Credit Union Hall of Fame. Any words you'd like to share?
Sure. Chuck, thank you very much for those kind and appropriate words, and also your friendship. I've truly valued our relationship over the years. First and foremost, let me thank the AACUC, CEO Renee Satterwhite, and Board Chair Larry Sewell. I'm humbled and appreciative of the recognition. I also want to congratulate the other Hall of Fame inductees who are very, very deserving of their recognition. I believe in the scripture, to whom much is given, much will be required. To that end, I want to thank St. Mark United Methodist Church Credit Union on the south side of Chicago for opening my eyes and providing me with an internship my senior year in high school that started me on my business journey. I'd also like to thank PSCU Financial Services and the late Dave Serlo for giving me an opportunity to work in this great industry and have an impact. I have the distinct honor and pleasure of serving as the president and CEO of AACUC. I work with a great team and have a very, very supportive board. To the AACUC team, I want to thank you for believing in me, believing in my leadership, supporting me, and listening to my wild ideas. I also want to thank my support system, my family and friends, my parents, the late Reverend Maceo and Dr. June Pembroke, for giving me a foundation of love, support, and pride. My brother, Maceo, who's attending this ceremony. I also want to thank my mother-in-law, Betty Bowman, who's attending this event. And lastly, my wife, my lovely wife, Monica Pembroke. Your love, your support, your patience, your coaching are invaluable. I love you. A great quote was shared with me at a recent meeting, and the quote is, "The status quo is resilient." The status quo is resilient. Because of that, there's work to be done. And I will be focused on continuing to make an impact, whether it's continuing to develop the talent required for the ongoing success of our industry, or making diversity, equity, and inclusion a reality. I plan to continue to make a difference and continue to deliver a great return on the investment that's been made in me. Thank you.